Hey everybody, AwesomeMattG here, and today we're going to have another Minecraft server update video. You know what's really annoying is recording the audio for this and then realizing when you're at like the second to the last house showing stuff off that Fraps is not recording in the slightest. That is frustrating. Oh, not that I just did that or anything, but anyway. So here we go. This is the spawn point area that we all saw last time. As you can tell, Tricky's been real busy, so there has been, unfortunately, no update to the golf course. There's also not much new inside the building. Let's look at these signs real quick. Oh, all this is the same. A bat or something? That little squeak? Anyway. Apparently it is. Okay. They had to come in here and put in some lights because I think Puff came in here and saw a creeper behind the counter and it blew all this up. As you can tell, it's not exactly in its best setup at the moment. So he had to come and fix it a little bit, but I think Tricky was like, you know, don't worry about it, I'll deal with it later. The only other update I saw in here was that they had fixed the one complaint I had about the girls not having a way to get in here. They put little openings there, so that's nice. Other than that, I think the strip joint has basically stayed the same. I'm going to take a quick look around and see if anything else is different. Up there is the same. The bar has not changed. The boobs in the shape, or the redstone torches in the shape of boobs against the back wall is the same. So that seems to be about it around here. I think he's going to extend this walkway around. Not exactly sure what his plans are with that, but I mean, that's Tricky. I'm not going to judge him. He's an amazing freaking builder, so I'll let him do whatever he wants. Other than that, everything in here is the same. I'm trying to reduce my jerky movements because I had a couple of people tell me in the last video that I did a bunch of like snapping the camera back and forth, and it gave them headaches and made them dizzy. So I'm trying to cut back on that. So that's it for the spawn point. I know for a fact that Dre hasn't updated anything in his place. He's been very busy at work. So I talk to him periodically, like I would say pretty much every day online. So I know he's been extremely busy, as I've been. And I think most people have been relatively busy. There are updates at, I would say, pretty much every house. However, most of the updates are relatively minor. I know some people have either been busy with their own personal lives or they've had other games that they wanted to play. I can understand that. I don't have a whole lot of time to play games as it is right now, so I can kind of feel for that. So Puff told me that in the last video I had apparently missed a couple of switches in his house somewhere, and I don't know where. Let's go looking for them. Should close the door, right? Yeah. Okay. So down here, this is basically the same. Farm stuff. Oh, that's right, his testing place. That's fine. Let's go down here. And he must have dropped this on the floor. Puff is notorious for like doing stuff and then just tossing everything on the floor that he doesn't really want right now. Should put this, yeah, that's where it goes, in your nether chest. Anyway, through here, You know, that's not very far to fall. Plus, you could just do this. Haha! Thwarted! You should probably have this block gone too, so they can't step off of the line without falling in. That would make sense. But that's not very far to fall. But I guess if you fell, these blocks returning to their spot would crush your head. So there's that. Close that door for you. And then through here, we've got this button. I must be missing something, because he said I was. What's this do? Okay, closes that. What does this do? Huh. It opens it up to the Great Hall. The Great Hall of nothing. Okay, close that. Open that back up because I'm going to get back out. So here's his potion making area. But I don't see any other buttons. I got all these buttons the last time I was here. I don't know what he's talking about. So if I've missed buttons, Puff, you're going to have to come and show me what I missed. Because I've got no idea what I'm not pushing. I don't see anything. Anyway. Oop, I gotta get out, don't I? Getting out of here would be helpful. Close that back up. I think that's it. Alright, let's head over to Red Beef's place, and we'll see if he's made any updates. I think he's been on, but unfortunately I've not caught him on. Not exactly sure what's going on over here, but I think most people, like I was saying earlier, I think I just said this a second ago, I think most people are either just busy at work, like myself and Dre, or they've got other games that they want to play right now. I know a couple of games. Puff's held up with Halo 4 for some reason. I don't really understand why. Halo's not a good game. And you just lost viewers. Okay. So through here, first floor, okay. It's pretty, I should probably close this. It's pretty self-explanatory, I would guess. But what's this? Whoops. Where's that block? Sitting there. Does that block go? It doesn't exactly go right there. That should be steps. I don't see a missing block anywhere. Maybe you're throwing stuff on the ground too. I'm gonna put that right there. Oh, wait. I have infinite. I'll carry it with me now. Let's do that. Sorry, I took one of your wooden blocks. Oh well. Alright, so that should be it for Red Beefs. Did he do anything in here? It's ironic. I did this like 5 minutes ago, and I can't, well, not 5 minutes ago, like 20 minutes ago. And I can't remember if there were any updates in these buildings. Oh, that's right. There's the little chandelier thing up there. I'm pretty sure that wasn't there in the last video. So I think that looks pretty cool. With my texture pack, it makes it look like these are glass panes just all right up front against this bottom half block right here. But they're actually glass blocks, and then there's nothing where the torch is. I think with my texture pack, that makes that look really cool. What's up here? Oh, I can't believe I'm climbing ladders still. I fly! Anyway. I don't fly normally, so I'm constantly like climbing my own ladders and building staircases for myself. Alright, so who was that? That was Spawn and Red Beef and Dre and Puff. Take them all off the list. So let's head out over here to Aztec's place. Aztec actually got on the server last night when I was on and told me specifically that he had done very little. But I came out here earlier and saw that he had actually done a couple of small things. So I'm going to go show it off anyway. He hasn't, you know, specifically told me not to go show off his place or anything, so I'm going to. And also, a couple of people have told me that they would prefer I either edit this flying section out or just teleport from house to house, and that would make the videos go by faster. But then it would also take out the ability of me to, you know, talk about stuff, explain why certain things are made this certain way, or explain why somebody has been gone a long time, or tell people that I'm going to be doing another giveaway video, and I'm going to be giving away at least 2 copies of Dota 2. Not exactly sure how I'm going to give those away quite yet, but you wouldn't have heard that if I just cut this section out, would you? Anyway, I appreciate their point of view, but I like these little flying times. It gives me time to talk about certain things like giveaways and what everybody's been doing and whatnot. So, let's see what's in here. Not much. There's a little table over here in the corner. There's... This is like a sushi bar, maybe? At an inn, I'm guessing. Because this is supposed to be like a sailor... Sorry. A sailor dock. Where you come up here and your boats dock and the sailors get out. And he wanted to put a couple of buildings around here that sailors would normally get access to. Like, I think he said he wanted to put a, that I assume would be like an inn or something. And he said he was going to put some kind of like, I forget what he called it. But basically like a strip club. But, because, I mean, sailors are going to be coming here and gross. Anyway. Change subject! Get away from this, quickly! You're bombing. I don't think there's much else going on over here. He's got his cows still. He's got a couple other holes over here. What's he got? Chickens. Ah! And a couple of creeper craters. So those were unintended side effects, but I'm sure he'll put those to use. He's got water rushing down right here. I'm guessing he was just digging sand. I can't get out. Okay. Says the man who can fly. Anyway. So other than that, he said he hasn't really made any changes inside his house or anything. So I'm just going to skip that. What's he got here? I may have rage quit for a day or 3 after taking a wrong turn in the nether and having a lovely dip in lava. Oh god, losing 1,500 sand and 30 diamonds? Yeah, that would suck. Well, that's the world of Minecraft, I guess. You know, shit happens. Anyway, so let's head over to Nap's place and see what changes he might have made. But back to that giveaway thing I was mentioning just a second ago. I'll probably do a similar giveaway to how I did Killing Floor like a week or 2 ago. Not exactly 100% sure, but I had mentioned in that video that I'll give stuff away if people like gift me copies of games that I already own. And one of the guys here on the server had a bunch of extra copies of Dota 2, and he gave me 2 already, and he said he might give me a 3rd. He's not sure. He wants to see if any of his friends that he hasn't gotten in contact with yet want them first. But so I've at least got 2 copies of Dota 2 to give away. So I'm going to play Dota 2 in the video, and I have no idea how good I'm going to be. I'm assuming I'm going to be horrible, because I've never actually played a MOBA. Never played LOL or any of them, really. I guess, I mean, I did play some... God, what was the name of the game? It was the one with the giant gods... Oh, Demigod. Pfft, duh. I played Demigod. I never really played that competitively. I played it single-player-ish. If you can even say that it had a single-player campaign. It was just a bunch of multiplayer maps in a row, and you scored a certain number of points and you won. But anyway, so this doesn't seem that updated. It's Nap's Village that y'all saw last time. He told me once that he doesn't really plan on making this a permanent home for himself. He just wanted to, like, update this to a good-sized city. But I think he's been playing a lot of Guild Wars. I'm not sure about that. But I know he's been sick on and off, so that might be why he hasn't updated much either. But he might actually decide to live there, who knows? I'm not exactly sure. Tricky's Place still has the laggy section. I'm assuming it's probably one or two chunks over here that's very laggy for me. Let's see if it's still... Yep. There we go. Ow, 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 ow. So somebody told me that there is some redstone work underneath that farm/graveyard area, and that's probably what's causing the lag in those specific chunks. I don't know what's down there, and I know they told Tricky about it, and he said he would look into it, but obviously nothing has been altered there yet, or at least if it's been altered, it's not necessarily fixed the problem. Other than that, there have been no updates here either. I know Tricky's been doing something, and I forget what it was. Nah, it doesn't matter. He was doing something and it's kept him really busy. Ow. Ow. Is there redstone here too? Jeez. Puff also offered... Puff's really good with redstone. He can make some I mean, obviously he's got all those doors and stairs, trapdoors and whatnot. He offered to make me some, like, automated doors and stuff for my house, and I was like, you know, with the lag that we've got over at Tricky's Place from his redstone, I'm not really comfortable putting redstone in my house, because I'd rather just flip a switch and open a door rather than, like, walk through 2 or 3 really laggy chunks over and over again. So, yeah, no offense, but I don't really want to mess with redstone right now. Let's see what Cuckles has got going on over here. That was his treasure room that y'all saw through the ground, all his signs, if y'all remember that from the last couple of videos. So it doesn't look like Cuckles has made much of an update inside his what? What is this? He's definitely updated something. I have no idea what he's got going on over here. And he's dropped fencing. Ah, these people. Make chests and keep it in chests. This looks cool. Actually, this looks almost exactly like something I've been working on. Not the whole thing, just this corner part right here, but we'll see that in a minute. So that's interesting. I kind of like the look of that. I'll ask him if he thinks he'll have some kind of a fuller update next week so we can actually come over here and check it out. But over here we've got White Ace, and I think he's actually, yeah, he's actually on the server right now. There he is. I can see his body. I see your body. Oh, hey, there's a sign right there. What's that say? Break the reed right in front of you at the bottom and see. Holy crap! My God, how does that work? I gotta pick up all this reed now. Oh, I think I know how it works, because there's no water here. Oh. Good Lord. Because reed has to be planted next to water. And I guess if you plant it next to water and let it grow, it'll fully grow. Jesus, this is a lot of reed. I'll have to come back and give you your reed later, because I'm on creative, obviously, for flying White Ace, and it's filling my inventory at the moment, which I currently don't have access to. Anyway, could have told me. This is very inconvenient while I'm recording. I don't want to leave all this here to rot. Good Lord, man. That's actually a really cool way to collect reed. I did not know that it worked that way. I mean, it makes sense now that I've done it, but... Anyway. I'm not going to do that again. Man. I have no idea how much this is going to give me. I'll put a little annotation on the video, probably right here, telling you how many stacks this forked over for him. But I think I don't think I finished my thought earlier. What I was saying is, you have to plant this stuff next to reed, but if you kill the water source later, the reed still exists, but it may just cause that catastrophic domino effect of all the reed just exploding out of the ground at once, which is really awesome. Okay, so I think I got all the reed. Good lord, man. Warner brother next time. So I guess that's kind of convenient for him living next to the swamp. Slimes will wander in periodically. Alright, what do we got over here? Hi. Oh. So many. Okay. No spiders. Spiders on. Well, that's interesting. It probably has something in there that blocks off the bottom so that they can't physically spawn. Matt's message. Find the sign at the bottom of the reed farm. Okay. So I can't... Yeah, I can't... I'm just gonna have to break that. Oh my god, look at all those reeds! What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... Basically 15 and a half stacks. Can I just do this? Yes. Thank you. Alright, what's this say? Oh, cool. Some landscaping. Moved 2 houses. Built an extension off of my home to include an on-off switch to the mob grinder. Given the guessing challenge for the what? I don't understand. Giving to guessing challenge for the change to win coal. What? Also, letting you know I'm more of a caver than I am a builder, so don't be surprised if you don't see many visual changes around the base. Not a problem. I am basically the same way. Put that sign in there as well. Those are some coal blocks. He's moved a couple of houses, but I don't know which ones. It doesn't really matter. Let's go see what these things are. How much coal from a Fortune 3 pick do you think I will get from this 8x8x8 cube in this chest? Oh, coal challenge. I guess these are these for the fans or for me? I didn't fully... Bloop. Both. Oh, okay. So, a Fortune 3 pick, and this is an 8x8x8 cube of coal. Well, with a Fortune 3 pick, you're almost always guaranteed to get 2. And you're almost, like 50% of the time, you'll get 3. God, I don't even know what 8x8x8 is. One wall is 64. And 64 times 8 is a lot. So, wait, I can do this. 64, 128. So that's 256. Oh, that's 512 blocks. Okay. Easy enough. 512 blocks. So if you're pretty much guaranteed to get 2 per block, so that's 1024. And about half of them you'll get 3. I would guess I'll guess 1500. 1500 seems right to me. I mean, it seems like a lot because that is a buttload of coal. Same thing for this 4x4x4 cube instead of an 8x8x8 cube, which is ironic because you would think a 4x4x4 over an 8x8x8 would be half as much, but it's not. It's actually 25% as much. So that being said, this is only 64, I think. Yeah, this is only 64. I don't know, so I guess like 350. No, not even that many. Jesus. 225. That sounds about right. No, God, 64. That's only... This is only 64 blocks. Anyway, 64. It's maybe like 150, I would guess. I don't think you fully understand. Well, if this is only 150, how is that like 1500? I need a calculator. Okay, so I guess the fans of the videos aren't really going to get anything out of this except like the entertainment of you know, guessing. But yeah, there's that. Actually, I think this is more like, instead of 1/4, this is like 1/8. Yeah, this is 1/8. Jesus, that's a lot smaller. Anyway, I'll guess. I'm guessing about 150 there. And if I do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know, 1,024 out of this. But there's 1,024. No, there's 512 blocks. Yeah, I think I'll stick with 1,500 on this one and 150 on this one. Which sounds weird because that's 1/10, and this is actually 1/8 the size, but I'm going to stick with that. We'll see. We'll figure it out later. Anyway, that was confusing enough for all of my fans as I sat here and did math for a while. I'm semi-decent at math, but I'm not that good at math, so... I mean, I was able to do some of that in my head, but then obviously I wasn't exactly doing everything perfectly. I mean, it is 7:45 in the morning here, so I haven't been awake that long. Anyway, let's go check out my place. I have not made very many updates over here either. Basically all I've done is started a quarry and built a tower at the corner of one of my places, but I'm going to try to like tweak the tower a little bit. I love the way the tower looks on the inside, but the tower looks rather plain and ugly on the outside, so I'm trying to figure that out. There it is. Tower's right there. So it's at the corner of my tree farm, as you can see. I had to cut off some of my reed farming area, but that's fine. So I've got this double entrance, and then I've got these... I guess this is Draco Nemesi's... Nemesi's? Ah, it doesn't matter. Draco Nemesis... I saw that Draco Nemesis had built double wide staircases in one of his quarries, and I was like, well, that looks really cool. And it works really well as a spiral staircase when you're not stupid. So I've just built this coming all the way up, and then I added this pole through the center so that you can't like fall through to your death. You always have to go around the steps, which is nice. And then at the top you've got this little lookout perch, I guess. Like a what do they call these on boats? Crow's nest. I build it primarily so that when when my quarry was done, you could get up here and look down into the quarry, because my quarry is 45 by 45. If you remember in one of the previous videos, there was a hill that came up right here, and I had to basically like chop 3/4 of the hill out and dig it down. That's why there's stone in this area and there's still grass over here. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna put my staircase going down like that, and it's also gonna be double wide, as you can see. But eventually I'll need to get like 1 or 2 more layers deep, and then I'll be able to go through and add torches, so that'll keep this place lit up. I need to figure out how I'm gonna do the math behind the torches though. In the center, I mean, like on the outside wall. Just a trick. I don't know if I explained this in one of my previous server videos on the old server or not, but when I dig quarries, I always dig them perfectly, well, I do now always dig them perfectly square, and one side of this perfectly square box is both odd numbered, so it's 45, and it's a multiple of 3. So for those of you who don't know, the easy way to figure out if a number is a multiple of 3 is you just add all the digits together. So like 4 and 5 is 9, 9 is a multiple of 3, that's easy enough. By the way, that trick works with any size number. You can do like a 46-digit number and just keep adding and adding and adding and adding all the digits together until you get down to either, until you get down to a single-digit number, and then if it's 3, 6, or 9, that larger number was a multiple of 3. So that's easy. But yeah, that gives me a perfect torch layout on the walls when I do that. And then in the center is when you have to work out your math as to where you're going to put torches around the floor. And I'll work on that later. I haven't done that quite yet. But anyway, my cows, pigs, and chickens have pretty much stayed the same. There's a second bed in here now for Cappy when she's on. She still hasn't quite figured out where she wants to move to. But she's getting evicted. Not my choice, actually. She's evicting herself, but that's fine. So my melons are all grown. I still haven't come up here and done much with the village, but I need to. I don't know if I showed this off. I had a really tiny quarry down here. I dug all the way to bedrock just to get some stone when I first started playing. And basically that should be about it on the server. I'm going to try to come through here and clean up this village before the next video, so the village looks a little more updated with walls that keep the mobs out. And I'll fix craters and fill it, cover that hole up, and make the stairs going up the hills a little more obvious or better designed. But that's about it, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next week.